So, ENHYPEN has made comeback. Have you guys already listened to it? I've already listened to it a few times, several times actually. ENHYPEN has went through a lot, and they went through a whole rebranding, and they came back with their album Sin Bliss. Before we start, I could guarantee this is a banger album. I don't say that every time, you guys know that. But I think this is a very successful comeback, and I'll go into the songs one at a time. So they have 6 tracks total. Let's start actually talking about the title song first. I actually think this... Okay, so you guys know this song is Brazilian funk. It's kind of what you call like TikTok music nowadays because this genre of music has been very popular on TikTok. And recently Cat's Eye also made a comeback. Hootie Fruity. That one is also Brazilian funk. And I actually think ENHYPEN executed it really, really well. So first of all, they're wearing this Squid Game looking t-shirt. The crazy part is, they look good in it. I don't know, it's like the recent K-pop trend to look more poor as possible. You know how Cortez with their whole vintage outfit, and now going back to ENHYPEN, it's not even vintage, this is like jail outfit, prisoner outfit. Yes. And the moment the beat started, I already knew it was a banger. Do you guys agree? The moment you play that music video, you already know it's a banger. When it comes to this song, I have to point out, guys, Engines should be grateful that Nicki is in the group. I'll explain what I mean by this. So you know how ENHYPEN initially debuted through Island? And when they got debuted, especially Nicki, because he was the youngest, they looked really young. And you don't know how certain individual is gonna grow up from their teenage years to middle 20s and 30s and things like that. What I wanted to mention is Nicki's face, voice, position overall. He's actually unique. He's actually iconic. So HYBE, B-Lift actually won a lottery without realizing that they won a lottery. And when they first got Nicki, like it's kind of a similar position as IN from Stray Kids, I would say. But when they first got him, he was just kind of like a cute Japanese boy. Now, you know what I genuinely feel like? Okay, face is also talent when it comes to K-pop. And I'm not just talking about good looking, because the entire K-pop scene is literally filled with good looking and pretty people. Everyone's good looking. Do you guys agree? So what comes more important in terms of face talent is how uniquely attractive you are. So your position in the handsomeness really matters. And a few people that I think is iconic in this sense is like San from 80s or Felix. There's a reason why I'm freaking out about them. It's because not only are they handsome, but they're like different kind of handsome. Their own kind of handsome. In that line, Nicki is also unique handsome, and I think his handsome is like actor handsome. Do you guys know like sort of a difference between actor handsome versus K-pop idol handsome? Nicki's face is actually more built for acting, and generally because actor's face requires more unique charm. And the crazy part is, this song, Bloody Paradise, this song is built for Nicki. I think the last time I've seen Nicki go crazy is No Doubt. Do you guys remember? No Doubt, the Glasses Nicki. This song is built for Nicki. You know how there's an ENHYPEN core? They're vampires, and they always go for this sin, dark, mysterious, bloody. That, alongside with Nicki's face, you know how he has cheekbone and jawline and sharp looking eyes? Perfect fit. And alongside, he's also in the position of that unique low vocal. So even if someone isn't an ENHYPEN fan, like even if someone isn't Engine, do you guys agree? You could tell Nicki's voice easily, like from 20,000 miles away. I genuinely think when it comes to this song, Nicki carry. So having Nicki in the group is actually so valuable for ENHYPEN. And I think when they got this song, they were like, okay, we are gonna get this song because we know we have Nicki to pull this concept off. So by the way, this is like an album review. This isn't like a Nicki glaze. I was just talking about specifically how Nicki fits this song very well. And this song, choreography, chorus, perfect. Whenever I listen to an album, I don't always say the title song is the best song. There's often times where title song isn't the best song. Like for example, I think for their Sin Vanished, as well as all the previous ENHYPEN albums, the beat tracks are actually sometimes better than the title tracks. But when it comes to this album, I actually think the title is the best song. Do you guys agree? I've heard the entire album like multiple times, but I think this song is banger. It's also a banger because the moment you play it, you start vibing. You start, your heart starts pumping. Yes. Nicki choreographed Bloody Paradise? You're joking, right? Are you actually serious with me right now? Are you actually serious? That's crazy. He did B-Lift should bow to the direction Nicki sleeps every night. 3 times a day. I swear to God. It's bad for me. If you feel like this song is bad, then you're simply not used to listening to Brazilian funk. And in my opinion, they made Brazilian funk into ENHYPEN style. As in, usually, Brazilian funk that is popular on TikTok nowadays is kind of associated with brain rot. So the songs are dumber and addictiver. But I think what they did in this song is they were actually able to combine the ENHYPEN lore. You know how, I don't know if you guys have been following with the ENHYPEN lore. So they're with the lover and their vampire. They got caught. They're running away. Now they ran away with their lover, and this is like an after story of them running away with the lover. And they connected that lore with the Brazilian funk. Come touch my body, Adi. Oh, they meant bad for you as in the song. I see. I only saw the word bad and I got triggered. I apologize. He gave up his vacation to make this choreography. Nicki, my boy. I actually think this song is on par with Sweet Venom, EXO. Like, you guys know those, like Bite Me, iconic ENHYPEN song. This is on that level. It's gonna get added to that ENHYPEN banger series. Yes. So just from the title song being successful, I think it's amazing. And another thing, like this is like a random thing. You know how when they come back, they go through all of these music stages? So in different music stage and different music shows, they dress up differently. I really like the music core outfit. The outfit there is very my type. Yes. I think the music bank has a better sound, but all of their performances, great. Their dancing is great. Their singing is great. Perfect. All right. And going to, by the way, even though I like ENHYPEN, I don't lie and say the song I don't like is good. As in, so the first track is Two Fools. I'm not too impressed with this track. It's just, I don't really understand why this was an intro song. It feels more like an outro to the previous album. And I was kind of like, okay. I mean, no, maybe some of you guys like it. I'm not saying it's bad, but it wasn't as hard. And usually albums starts with really, really strong intros. So I was kind of like, it doesn't really serve the purpose of an intro. It's not like shocking either. It's kind of like a subtle start, if anything. Yeah, like subtle start to dropping the lore of Two Fools running away. I think maybe they were more focusing on the lore rather than musically like more opening sounding song. I just didn't feel like it sounded as intro. But if you think about it, the song album only has 6 titles, so maybe it doesn't necessarily need to give the album title. And Stuck. Wow, did you guys just hear that? Okay, so I was listening to the first track and I was like, okay. And then it played to the second track and the I literally got shivers instantaneously. I'm not lying. It started playing, I'm like, whoa! Like, this is gonna be good. I already know what happened, this is gonna be good. Banger track. And the lyrics also talk about how they brought the girl, but now they're stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, the frustration. And okay, you know how I started talking with insane Nicki glaze? In terms of Sin Bliss, the album, I'm sure a lot of people would agree with this. Do you know who the carry is? I wonder if you guys agree with me. Usually, whenever an idol groups make a comeback, I pick an MVP. I personally thought this album comeback MVP is Jake. Jake is the carry of this album. I'm not gonna act like the elephant isn't in the room, but you know how Heesung left the group? And at the same time, Heesung was in charge of almost all of the intros, choruses. He was in charge of the majority of the vocal line in ENHYPEN songs. So they had to go through the stage where they redistribute what would have been Heesung's part normally. And Jake, I think, got most of it, and some of it was passed to Jay. So like Jake and Jay sort of split Heesung in two, and they got in charge. So a lot of the song's intro and chorus is sang by Jake. I'll be honest, you probably have never seen me talk about Jake specifically. You guys notice how I fanboy a lot, but when it comes to members I'm not interested, I never mention. It's not like I don't like them. I just kind of have like a personality where I don't give love equally and widely. I just kind of don't really have too much interest, if that makes sense. Like, I know he's there, but I didn't realize how good and capable Jake was until Heesung left. But I personally think Heesing's absence in this album is something to be discussed, not just as a fandom wise, but also musically, because I'm doing more of like a music review, if anything. So previously, you know how ENHYPEN was 7? Oh my gosh, am I gonna get cancelled on Twitter for saying all of this? I'm literally talking about musically, you know? So you know how they went down from 7 to 6? I always thought ENHYPEN is all-rounded group, as in comparison to if you think about like Stray Kids, you know how usually 7 or 8 member groups have half and half of rap members and vocal members and some dancing members. Like if you think about BTS, if you think about Stray Kids, you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? But when it comes to ENHYPEN, you know how there isn't a specific rap member? What happens then is since everyone is singing and there are 7 of them, the vocal line becomes too competitive. So if someone takes the main lead vocal role, then the other vocal kind of gets shelved. That's kind of the term that they use in Korea, as in they don't get much line, they don't get much highlight. I don't feel like there's any member in ENHYPEN who can't sing, but it definitely feels like there's too many talent in the group for them to all get a spotlight in the song. But when it came down to 6, now I feel like, individual members' vocal charm is able to be heard a little bit more. You get what I'm saying? And in that sense, previously, I feel like I wasn't able to notice Jake that well. And that's not just because I didn't care about Jake, but they just didn't give Jake that many important parts. Like he does have, but not as much. But in this album, they were like, Jake, they probably patted his shoulder and said, now you're the main vocal. Now you're the main vocal. You're gonna carry this album. And he carried. Every single time he comes in and he sings the chorus and everything, he carried. Very, very impressed. Sunwoo's vocal, I think there was a song. Which song was it? Bad For You? Okay, no. Bad For You is a Sunwoo song. Do you guys agree? So there are specific songs that they're MVPs on, but overall as an album, I do think is Jake carried. But Stuck, you know the I kind of got the Britney Spears Toxic. You know, I don't know if this is like electric string or violin that is modified, but it's kind of like a string sound and a sharp noise. I actually felt, wow, very nicely produced. Very nicely produced. I really like it. Yes. And then Bad For You. Wow. I'm pretty sure you guys like this one, right? Did you guys like Bad For You? When I heard this, I was like, people are gonna eat this up. I knew people would like this. And this is not me trying to start a fandom war. This is not like comparing or anything. Again, it's coming from musically. You guys ever listen to BTS Wings album? The one that has Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Well, I feel like that album is one of the most iconic album in K-pop. And not just specifically as BTS, but there's a lot of songs in that album that I feel like is very K-pop. So you guys know how K-pop, I don't feel like K-pop is a musical genre. They define it as a musical genre, but K-pop is it has R&B, it has hip-hop, it has ballad, it has Brazilian funk. It's just more of a culture than a musical genre. But when it comes to these kind of songs, like Bad For You, I feel like this is what I kind of define as K-pop tracks. Do you guys sort of see what I'm talking about? Same thing with the BTS song and same thing with this. K-pop fans who've been listening since 2016 and on, I feel like this is like a classical genre of K-pop that people will keep loving and enjoying. Yes. So I actually thought amazing and also very good song choice, because even though I literally said Bloody Paradise is a banger, this is a banger song, but I kept saying for a million times, ENHYPEN has a lot of vocal talent. And sometimes the songs cannot contain all the members' vocal talent. Do you guys agree? There is actually like an overload of vocal ability in the group, which is crazy because there are some groups out there who need a main vocalist so bad, which is funny where ENHYPEN, you could take any of them and you could put it in other group and they would be main vocal. So I thought Bad For You, it highlights their vocal ability well. Sunwoo, in my opinion, sounds really good with this song. Again, talking about Sunwoo, another thing I feel like ENHYPEN, I feel like I'm glazing too much. I didn't mean to glaze this much. Usually I try to give more cold analysis. But again, when it comes to K-pop, I think face talent is really important. Okay? ENHYPEN's face talent is actually crazy. As in, you know how they're all handsome? But they are also uniquely handsome. As in, it's not hard to tell them apart because their face charm point is different. And I feel like Sunwoo's face charm is similar to Nicki in the sense as one of a kind. Do you guys agree? So Nicki over here is giving bad boy, villain, criminal, sharp, depressed, like all of that facial features. Meanwhile, Sonu, he was the original vampire, like very pale skin, kind looking, sort of like a more gender neutral vibe. And also they're getting more handsomer and handsomer. Like including Jay, Sungwoon, like every single member, I feel like the contrast between the members' face is actually amazing. And Jake kind of has like a puppy looking face. I personally like Jay the best. Jay's my bias, and Jay also, by the way, I said Jake was the carry, but I'm telling you, Jay is sort of like also backing up at the same time. It's not like Jay is any less, if that makes sense. Yes, but I think they decided to give Jake the first parts. So generally, when you look at the song distribution, Jake comes in first and then Jay does the second chorus. I don't feel like it would have mattered even if they switch, but yes. Oh, same with Jungwon. I'm worried that if I talk about specific members, you guys are gonna be like, does he hate Jungwon? Like, no. It's just sometimes, I don't get to acknowledge all of them. But yeah, Bad For You, I feel like a classical K-pop track. I think I love it. When it comes to Stuck, the only thing I don't like, I think the outro is lousy. Sorry, this is just me being picky. The way they do the outro, like the fade out, I kind of felt, okay, I get it, you're trying to make the album more flowy, but it kind of felt more like, you know how when they tease an album by showing short section of each song, they fade out and fade into each tracks? I got that vibe. I was like, but this by itself is its own track. I feel like could have had a little bit of a stronger ending, but no, that's just me being extra picky. Yeah, but it flows well in terms of the overall album, so it probably was designed for an album listen. No, fading out isn't bad because that you know how it's a very energetic song? I would have ended it like like I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I would have ended it a little bit differently, but and Checkmate. Okay, now I sound like a hater. This song, okay, please don't hate me. This song's a banger. This song's actually a banger. And it's really good, but I think they could have done it better. I actually feel like this song didn't get to be at a full potential. I'm gonna get hated. Hear me out. This song's a banger. I love the driving energy in this, but the key highlight when it comes to these kind of songs, you know how there's that killing part right here? Could have been better. As in, I wish they sounded uglier there. Instead of like, checkmate. What if they do like, checkmate? Like, I know you guys might be cringing out, but like, more like, checkmate. I think that was Sonoo's part. Yo, that was zesty AF. No, more like a wild monster energy. Checkmate. Yeah, something like that. But it's probably, I'm not blaming this on member. The director probably picked this, as in the producer. If I was a producer, I would have asked them to make the sound crazier. But the drum and bass, I think this is drum and bass, the running feeling in this song, I want to see the choreography performance for this one. I don't know when they're going to drop it. They haven't dropped it yet, right? Because when it comes to these kind of running songs, the choreography could go crazy. Yeah. So I'm looking forward for the choreography for this one. And then lastly, Highlight. Actually, I kind of felt like this track was more American pop. Do you guys agree? It has like an American texture. Oh, another thing I wanted to address is the entire album. Have you guys ever watched the animation movie or animation series Arcane? It's this Netflix series made by Riot that has League of Legends. And in the show Arcane, as well as a KDA, I don't know if you guys know League of Legends or those kind of music, there is like that vibe that specifically Arcane and League of Legends KDAs give. This album has that core. It has Arcane core where you could make an edit with Arcane scenes with the song album and it would fit really well. So I personally really like it because I personally love Arcane a lot. And Highlight's nice. Highlight's nice. I like the verse of the songs more than the chorus. I think the verses are very nice. And I'm a little sad that it only has 6 tracks. I know I'm like constantly complaining, but I was actually looking forward for like 10 tracks. But at the same time, it hasn't been that long since they made the last comeback. Do Do you guys agree? So I don't really feel like. And another thing is, the moment I went into their page and I saw Korean version, Japanese version, English version, as in, the members are working hard. Do you guys agree? I think this is like a new strategy that they're doing with ENHYPEN, where they make several versions for individual albums. I'm like, okay, like sure. Maybe one of the Korean version, the English version, Japanese version is better than the original version. You don't have to agree with me. I don't like this kind of release behavior. I do think this is more for commercial purpose, as well as like fan service. Do you guys agree? I know there's narration tracks. They did the same thing in the previous Sin Vanished album. Do you guys remember? Sin Vanished had narration every other track. Personally, I'm happy that it was just songs because I don't know if you guys remember, I didn't like the fact that there was narration every other track. And another thing is, the album cover turned out good. I'm sorry, like there's a lot of this here and there, but do you guys remember how I mentioned saying B-Lift or Hype specifically is not good at album cover beside Eyelid? Like Eyelid album covers are amazing, but TXT and ENHYPEN album covers are done dirty. I personally don't like this kind of album design. If you're gonna make it like this, just put members' face on it. That's my personal opinion. So I feel like their album aesthetic has been getting better. I like the font. Only thing is, I don't know if it's just me. This album, you know how there's like a filter on? I kept staring into my monitor to see if my monitor's not loaded. As in, you guys ever have the situation where, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like when your screen doesn't fully load in brightness, it kind of looks like this. I was like, is this okay? Like, is this right? But I like it. I like it a lot. And I really like the outfit. Going back to the Bloody Paradise, we cannot not mention this. Okay, first of all, Jesus Christ, this is already viral in Korea. Are you guys aware? Jungwon in a prisoner outfit is already going viral everywhere. This is literally... I don't understand how they get more handsome. Like, aren't they aging? They're actually aging like a fine wine. And I'm not lying about this. This is not me sugarcoating. There are times where idols, as they get older, they no longer look like when you first picked them in the debut. But then people still like them because, you already build attachment over the years. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, I'm not trying to diss anything. Like, low-key, like, older homies, I think I was cuter when I was younger, when I was like 23. But anyway, when it comes to ENHYPEN, I actually think every single member is glowing up over the years. Genuinely. And Jungwon outfit here, crazy. Jay, yo. Last time we did like a K-pop hot take, someone says something like, Jay's not the visual or something.
Jay really just doesn't get recognized just because he's not as good looking as the other.
Yo, I don't understand. Do you guys feel me? Like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? Like, he's literally, how do I say it? Jay kind of face, in my opinion, is a face you can't make. As in, I'm not saying plastic surgery is bad because I know there's a lot of plastic surgery when it comes to K-pop. But like this is the really unique, handsome face, our guitar master boy. Yeah, Jay's 100%. Every single ENHYPEN member is actually visual. And choreography is great. What? You know what I kind of thought? Nikki, and when I look at Jungwon and Sungwon, it kind of feels like Korea. Like, oh, like handsome Korean boys. Nikki is shooting a movie. You know what I'm talking about? He's filming a movie, like all gangster and all that, and then it cuts to the K-pop scene. But yeah, Nikki something else. Nikki something. And also, okay, wait. You guys know I'm straight, right? I'm straight. I like girls. I'm not bi. I like girls a lot. I admire handsome men because I also want to be. But like, okay, like the chest. Do you guys agree? The chest muscle, the shirt, and the fact that he's pulling on the shirt and then the outline show. This is a pervert behavior. Do you guys agree? Also, like, over here, the chest goes crazy, but, like, pervert behavior. I know people will love this stuff, but, like, yeah. And this, I don't know, it's like a Gucci shirt? Something crazy. This outfit, Jay, is, like, insane. First hand, now, ENHYPEN, yes. And the wild boys vibe. And then at the end, you know what they do? They do, like, a face card presentation. They lift one member at a time, show their face card. I don't use this kind of Gen Z term, but isn't there a term like mogging? Is that the term? They're just straight up face carding. Yeah. So I thought that was hilarious. And I already know. You know how I kept talking about this song's for Nikki, this song's for Nikki? This song's actually for Sungwon. As in, if you know, you know. I don't actually follow ENHYPEN's Instagram account. And you guys might be like, oh, he's a fake engine. Like, I don't actually follow idol group's account. But they still show up on my page. Yo, every day, Sunghoon dancing to Brazilian funk shows up. This guy is not Korean. You know what I mean? He's Brazilian. And even when they did the previous comeback with Knife, you know how everyone had different version of Knife? And Sunghoon's Brazilian version. It's like, he's literally Brazilian. This ice skater is Brazilian by heart. And this song, I'm pretty sure when he got it, he was like, we have to make this title. Actually, he doesn't say that in English. He says no English, speak Korean only. 저 이걸로 할게요. 이걸로 할게요. 네. He's so iconic in different parts. Actually, now that I think about it, he makes people speak no English, Korean only, but then he's Brazilian. So what is this irony? But yeah, he's definitely Brazilian. And so overall, as an album, how should I rate it? How would you guys rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? 8, 7, 9. Before I give the rating, you guys know that I give ratings differently, right? I feel like there might be some newbies here who are not used to my rating. I gave Sweet Venom 3 out of 10. 3.5 out of 10. But that's actually one of my favorite songs of all time now. So when I give rating, please bear with me. Like nothing gets a 10, nothing gets a 9, so that's not a number. Usually a good average is 3, 2 is bad, 1 is really bad. Above 5 means fantastic. Bloody Paradise is like 6.9. It could be a 7.1. Bloody Paradise is 7.1. As an album, it's lower. It's lower than that because I think the title is stronger than the album. I would give it, I'm debating between like 5.7. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And my ratings usually change over the time, as in the more I listen to the song, the more I like it, and it moves up in rank. Like for example, when I first heard EXO, I didn't really like that song. So I gave it like what, 3 or something. But then I started listening to it more and I liked it and I covered the song. And now EXO is one of my favorite songs from ENHYPEN. So like now I would give it like 7. Yeah, 7.5. That's how much I give for EXO. Yeah. So I actually think Bloody Paradise being 6.9, 7.1 range. Guys, this is significant. The fact that this comeback was added to my personal ENHYPEN banger list. I know like you guys might be like, who the heck are you? Like my personal rating, you know? Oh, forgot to mention, ENHYPEN are my boys because you know back in the days, I sang ENHYPEN Bite Me cover and ENHYPEN saw my cover and it was on a Glamour interview and they were like, oh, he sounds like Keshi. Oh, you know, great vocal. Like I was on ENHYPEN documentary, you know, just kind of wrap it up. Just kind of sliding it in there in case you guys didn't know. Want to check out the video, you can search it up on YouTube. Anyway, wait, what interview? This is not a joke, by the way. It's actually real Glamour. But if you see right here, and I've been watching fan covers on YouTube. Yeah, that's me right there. That's me right there. All right, thank you so much. I'll come back with more interesting talk. Thank you.